Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for some Week 8 Tecmo Owners League action. We've got a heck of a matchup here for you. We have DPS's Demon Tap Gamers. I do play for them on defense somewhere. I'm usually one of the outside linebackers. I don't know exactly where I play yet this year. I'm sure I'm still on that team somewhere. And then we have GIJ. And this is an interesting one, folks. And I'll explain it. 3, 2, 1. Snake Eyes comes back. Oh, and Baroness too. Two important players for G.I. Joe. One of them is his returner, I believe. So yeah, I was just going to say that you talk about two Tecmo owners that both love defense. And believe it or not, it seems like G.I. Joe likes it more than DPS, likes it more than anyone, to the point where he did not invest any money into his quarterbacks or his receivers. An entire dimension of this game not invested in. And he's done pretty well for himself, I have to admit, for the controversial strategy. But in years past, it's been DPS Demon Tap Gamers who have had some hella good defenses. King Davis, that safety, should go down in the TOL Hall of Fame. Sometimes he was a defense all by himself. 4 picks a game in some seasons. 3 and out already for G.I. Joe. As with most defensive teams, they operate better with a lead. Even if it's a small one. That defense can cinch up and get just a little bit more aggressive in those situations. When the strength of your team's defense... You know, I have to say this G.I. Joe team is the closest to the 1990 Chicago Bears, which were in the original Tecmo Bowl. Jim Harbaugh had no stats to speak of, and quarterback. Here we go. Nice run by Green Magic. I thought for sure we'd be headed for another 3 and out, but not the case. Green Magic. Another thing these two teams like. The running game. Green Magic. After King Davis, Green Magic would be the second player, I think, that should be in the TOL Hall of Fame from the Demon Tap Gamers. Wow. A lot of pressure there. Didn't even get the fake handoff off on the play action before he was in a grapple. Big sack there by Lions Hutch. And after a drive-saving long run by Green Magic on a long down and distance situation, Pat McAfee will have to punt it away, and G.I. Joe will start with pretty darn good field position. That's the other thing about defensive teams. You got to pay your punt and kick returner. Field position matters, and so do field goals. And there's Snake Eye doing Snake Eye things. 3 wideouts. This is going to be a run, I bet. It is. Off the left tackle. Snake Eye looking spry and quick. Another run. This time it's more of a sweep toward the top sideline. They hand it off on 3rd down, and I don't blame them. They will attempt a long field goal. This is going to be close. And it is off the left upright. Whew. G.I. Joe cannot leave scoring chances like that on the table. They just can't. Thrown into coverage, picked off. Ugh. Well, it's almost like that missed field goal didn't even happen. 1st and 10 at the 37 for G.I. Joe. Call play. Now it's Demon Tap's turn to pour on some defense. Hand off to the top sideline. Crosses the 35 to 30. 1st down and more. Oh, wow. Oh, broke a tackle and it cost him a fumble. Will the ball go out of bounds? No, it won't. Joey Rage quit. That's me. I recovered that. Hell yeah. Well, An eye for an eye and a turnover for a turnover. And the Demon Tap Gamers are back doing what they do best on offense. Play actions and runs. Here's another one. Oh, big sack by Zartan. So the problem here is it looks like that defensive line of G.I. Joe is just too much for those slow developing pass plays. That's a run for a 1 yard loss. 3rd and 19 already. Lions Hutch takes him down for a sack, and it does not look like, folks, that the Gamers are going to have much luck with those play action passes. That's what G.I. Joe's defense does, though. They'll make you one-dimensional. They'll make you do things you don't want to do. And it basically makes you futile as an offense. Hand off to the bottom sideline, off the right tackle. Wow, plenty of moves. Snake Eye takes it across midfield. Folks, they're already knocking on the door of field goal position. That's the one thing I don't know about G.I. Joe's. Did he pay his kickers? Or his kicker? Oh my goodness. And no sooner do I ask that, does General Hawk go down in the line of duty. And now Duke comes in. I don't think that's much of a loss considering he didn't pay his quarterbacks. Sweep to the bottom sideline, gets him back to the original line of scrimmage. And this slow developing play action pass ends with the sack by Tecmo Lou. Well, somebody will score eventually. Called play. Yikes. I have not seen one play action play get off to the point where the quarterback could actually look for a receiver. A nice run by Green Magic. He'll do the same. Folks, sometimes it's like these two teams, it's like they're looking at each other in a mirror. Lions Hutch takes him down for a sack. I think I just realized that the starting QB for the Demon Tap Gamers is out. I did not catch on to that as soon as I should have. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown. The Gamers get on the board first. Matt LJC, he brings his wit, he brings his talent, he brings his team 6 points. Blocked extra point, that could be huge actually in a game like this where 14, 17 points might be enough to win. Probably is enough to win. Snake Eye has a very nice return. Let's see how it goes here. 3 wideouts. This is a pass play on 1st down and 10. Phil now will take him down for a sack. He had no chance. No chance in hell. Hand off the right tackle. Looking good. 1st down and then some. They are now well into field goal range. This is makeable distance at this point. And as we tick closer to the half, it is something they're going to have to start thinking about. Nice run there by Snake Eyes, but the clock does keep moving. G.I. Joe will take their 2nd timeout. Pro form, tight end at the top. Folks, I think we know what this is going to be. An off-tackle run towards the bottom of the screen. A very modest gain there. It is 3rd and 1. Called play. And they will have to settle for a field goal attempt. And this is why field goals matter, folks. Because the first attempt, it's going to be a miss. That is a miss, folks. 6-0. So, this game could be tied right now if that field goal kicker could pull his head out of his ass. But that appears to be a tall order here in Week 8. Oh my goodness, those play action plays, they're just not going to do it with this backup in. Taylor, that's interesting. That's interesting. I just put 2 and 2 together. Oh boy, they are going to get a field goal attempt. Wow. This could be wide again. It is. My goodness, 0 for 3 on field goals. You just can't do that when you're a team like G.I. Joe. So I just put 2 and 2 together, folks. QB2 for the Demon Tap Gangers is this hot little bartender from Demon Tap, where we all used to play Tecmo. It's interesting that he made her the QB2. I'll have to ask him about that someday. Pro Form, Demon Tap Gamers with a 6-point lead. Another play-action pass that just gets blown up. They got to be knocking on the door of double-digit sacks here already, and we just started the second half. There's a nice short little pass to Lil Don's. Lil Don's, for those of you who don't know, is DPS's, I believe, younger brother. Lions Hutch gets his 14th sack of the game. The pass coverage held up just enough, but the quarterback was not accurate at all. They will have to punt it away now. They had some opportunities on that drive to move the ball, but the backup quarterback just couldn't execute. Too busy bartending. Four wideouts now. Wide receiver toss sweep. He cuts it back to the middle, though that's not typically the conventional wisdom. The whole point of a sweep is to get toward the sideline. He'll get nothing on second down. It'll be 3rd and long already. Throws into coverage, picked off. Who was it this time? It didn't say. I didn't see it. Hell of a time to pick it off. The Demon Tap Gamers have a chance to go up by 2 scores. And to this point in the game, G.I. Joe is projected to score 0. So going up by 2 scores at this point would really make you feel good if you were DPS. If they call that shotgun draw again, I'm going to throw up. Throws into coverage. Oh my gosh. Oh, I don't know who has the worst quarterback. Who has the worst? And this one will be wide right, folks. What a battle. Well, that keeps G.I. Joe in it. We got a quarter and a half of football to go. Let's see what they can do. Play action pass will do nothing. JT Money will take him down for a sack. Three wideouts now. There's enough for a first down. They got a long way to go. That's the problem with these dink and dunk teams. You got to put a drive together, especially when you're deep in your own territory. It's a nice chunk of yardage there. 10 yards on 1st and 10. Moves the chains again. Nothing much there. He's got a receiver at the top. Quarterback throws wildly over his head. Almost 15 yards too far. Looked like the receiver was going into a curl route. Oh boy, he does it again. This time he gets a JJ though, and Flint will take them into Gamers territory. There's a nice run there. A field goal matters here. They've left 9 points on the field so far. Thanks to their kicker, there's another first down. That clock does keep moving when all you do is do running plays. Oh my lord. No chance in hell. Good chunk of yardage there. It's 3rd and 5. This would be the closest field goal attempt of them all, should they end up having to do that. Not after that, folks. This will be a 45-yarder, and I think this one's good. Finally, one will break through the uprights. It is now 6-3 skid mark. Finally pooches one through. He's 1 for 4 today, but it is enough to keep the team in the game. Gamers hold their destiny in their own hands. Less than a quarter to go in the game. He actually has time to throw this time. Gets one off to Green Magic. I think that's about as far as that quarterback can throw with any semblance of accuracy. Just let Green Magic do his thing. Looking for a receiver. He's got one at the bottom of the screen. Where'd that pass rush go all of a sudden? 2 pass plays in a row where the quarterback actually had time to make a decision. 3 plays in a row. What happened? A condition boost? Either... Oh my. Wait, it's out of bounds. Never mind. Out of bounds. It seems either the offensive line got better or the defensive line got worse. But on that play, the fridge will take him down for a sack. Looking for a receiver. Who's it going to be? Throws it long. That one was perfectly thrown, folks, and that might just about do it. Matt LJC, I believe he's taking in both the touchdowns today. At least one right there. And Taylor gets a touchdown pass. I wonder if that makes DPS feel all tingly inside every time Taylor throws a touchdown pass for the gamers. Taylor. Taylor. Get me a zombie dust on tap. Alright, here we go. Sweep. G.I. Joe needs to do something. Something they haven't done all game is score a goddamn touchdown. They have plenty of first downs, and in fact, it wouldn't surprise me at the end of the game when we see the stats that they have way more first downs than Demon Tap. What they don't have is points. Throws into coverage, picked off. That will just about do it, folks. What did I tell you at the beginning of the game? I thought 14 points would win the game. Turns out they may only need 13. They need a turnover and they need it quick. They won't get it. Even though he threw into triple coverage. Looked like he was open deep. But the quarterback seems to only be able to throw it about 12 yards. This will be a very short punt. DPS will be disappointed in Pat McAfee after that effort. This gives Snake Eye everything he needs to... Oh my... Alright, well, the Demon Tap Gamers recover a punt return fumble by Snake Eye. I believe it was Snake Eye. And now they're just going to run out the clock as best they can. G.I. Joe's down to 1 timeout. 13-3, 136 of Tecmo time to go. Green Magic does his best to get it back to the original line of scrimmage. Call play. G.I. Joe defense is not fucking around. Picked off. Does keep their hopes alive barely, but I do not see them traversing 80 yards with this little time left. And even after that, they would need an onside kick. They did complete a pass, though. He'll take their final timeout. It is 1st and 10 G.I. Joe. Running back in motion. Pass blocked. Just the story of the game today, folks. Sacks, intense pressure on the quarterback, punts, missed field goals. It really is like two teams looking in a mirror. Well, one team did it just a little bit better than the other. It'll end the game with another pick. Lots of turnovers today. 13-3 gamers. This was a game from the 40s. Almost looked a little more like rugby than it did modern day football, but that's okay, folks. I like that kind of low-scoring defensive battle. This is Joe Shitbag Mitchell signing off.